Hello there guys and welcome to a new series on YouTube, which is maybe going to be with just one video, but if not, I don't know how, but it is the first video of a new series, and the reason why I think it is just going to be the only one, the reason is because we are on America's Racing League, an interleague, just like Kraken Interleagues, made by our team, THR Sports team, and yeah, there are 3 tiers, and I am on the first tier, but that's a reserve driver because Thorm decided to 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 just bring me to the race because one driver couldn't participate into the race. I wasn't any prepared. I wasn't knowing that I would have a race here in Qatar until minutes, maybe seconds before the race, before qualifying. I mean, because I am in qualifying session, and as you can see, I joined during qualifying because I was outside my house when he told me that I was going to race. Fortunately, I could go in time, but yeah, I wasn't any prepared, and I haven't raced in Qatar since like a month ago, but it was just a ranked race, and this is just the second league race I do in Qatar. I'll do 2 flying laps back to back, although it is not going to be the best one. I haven't been running, so it is just going to be a practice run. DRS is now enabled, and we are beginning our first flying lap of this session. I don't know, but I don't think it'll be a good one, and I almost spin, but unfortunately the car didn't go all the way into 180 degrees. Instead I could control, but yeah, it is going to be a tough way into qualifying. Alright, so I did my first flying lap of this session. The second one, that won't be a good one because first it'll be a scrapped set of softs, and second I'm not I don't have much practice in this circuit. Still, I'm just deploying all of my ERS, and something I didn't do in my first flying lap. That flying lap, the first one, was just terrible, with a lap time of 125.746, and we're seeing that we're improving by 2.4 seconds. So yeah, maybe we can get at least 2 places, but well, let's see. I just ran wide and hope we are improving a lot more, but I'm seeing that maybe it's not going to be the case. But heading into turn 15, we are about to improve by 3 seconds, not 3 tenths, seconds, and into the final quarter, turn 16, and now we are improving slightly more than 3 seconds, and we are about to cross the line and set a lap time of 122.728, which unfortunately puts us into P14. Yeah, that's a little bit disappointing for me, and we're seeing that I don't know, but there might be some drivers who will improve their lap times, and there was one, and maybe there's going to be another one. Maybe Maverick will set a better lap time than me, and he has, and we drop down to P16. Hope we can make a comeback. I don't want to disappoint my team, but I haven't practiced, so the expectations I will have is that can I at least go into the points? Maybe. But yeah. All I can say is that of my 3 teammates qualified in a higher position than me. Bellingham got pole position, Lublin got second, Untarkit got third. There were SRX drivers and RPR drivers, ARS drivers, and that'll be it. We are 5, not 4. That's why we are just 4 teams, I think so. But yeah, Bridal was the last driver to qualify me. I think he was like 7th place, but let's just head into the pre-race strategy. Alright, so here is the pre-race strategy. It's going to be a default medium soft, although I decided that it wasn't the confirmed one. Instead, I'm just going to start with medium tires, and we're just seeing if we're managing my tires. If we do, we're going to box for softs, and if we are seeing that the tires are just getting destroyed, we're going to box for hard. So in terms of fuel, due to my experience, I'm seeing that it is just a terrible circuit in terms of fuel. You have to manage the fuel in order to just be in the overfueled zone, and as a result I decided to go up with 52 kilograms in the overfuel zone. And on this league there is formation lap, and let's get to it. Okay, so we are waiting for the drivers to get ready for the formation lap, and it is just going to be an unprepared debut race for myself. Hope I don't disappoint my team. We are now just waiting for the drivers to start. If you remember what I did in F122 in the formation laps, well, I wouldn't need to say that, but if you don't, well, when I started the formation lap, the way I started, it was just like the fire red lights being turned on, but instead it was just the cars being starting to move, and I decided to just base with the driver that is in front of me. In this case, Maverick, who's in 15th, and I decided to do that thing. If someone, well, if Maverick starts the formation lap, I'm just going to react right after he starts. And in the championship standings, we are in 2nd place in the constructors with 402 points. Well, I'm referring to my team. SRX is leading the constructors by just 19 points ahead of us. RPR is in 3rd, and ARS in 4th, and that should be the only 4 ones. But in reality, F1X was about to participate in this league, but they haven't scored points. Maybe they have been disqualified from the season, and that's why we are having 5 drivers per team instead of 4, because we are having 5 drivers in each team, and there are 4 teams instead of the opposite, 4 drivers in each team, which are 5 teams. But yeah, unfortunately for my team, we aren't 5. I had said wrongly in qualifying results. We are 4 drivers. So yeah, if I wasn't there, we would have been, well, they would have been, not we, they would have been 3, and that would be way worse. But yeah, hope I can bring some points and help a little bit in the Constructors Championship. We are heating up our tires, and well, Fortunately, we have managed to park the grid slot perfectly according to the game, and we are getting prepared for the race debut, and the 5 red lights are being turned on for my race debut in America's Racing League Tier 1, and we are on the way, and we're seeing that Maverick has got a terrible start, and we are seeing that Darkar, Booster has overtaken us, and after that, into turn 1, we are still in P16, now we are in P15, and we are making a little bit of progress, and we are seeing the Spartan Chief and myself are ready to wheel, and I decided to go for it, and go into the inside, but I decided to just back off a little bit, because Booster dive bombed me into turn 4, but still I'm in P15, and we are seeing that Maverick tried to dive bomb me and overtake me down the inside, but he couldn't do that thing, and instead I maintain my P15. We are seeing that most drivers are battling wheel to wheel. Meanwhile for us, we are just managing a little bit, and we're seeing that someone has spun, and we are seeing that Boostler has gone a terrible exit, and we are up into P12. That is just a great first lap, according to my standards, because I haven't practiced and I haven't raced in that circuit for a long time, so yeah, I was going to be very slow, but we are now in P11, and that is just a little bit of miracle. Hope we can maintain that place, and we're seeing that Brittle has boxed, and that is my teammate. That is just pretty bad for us, but for me personally, that means that we are in the points. Hope I can help them in the Constructors Championship, and yeah, at least we can maintain this this position, but I don't think so, because Alan is trying to overtake me, but I decided to just go and defend it. And we're seeing that Alan was trying to overtake me around the outside into turn 6, but I am defending like a lion, something that Esteban Ocon couldn't do that thing in the 2021 Qatar Grand Prix. And we're seeing that is my teammate, and I don't know who was my teammate, which of my teammates, I think it was Benenon, but we're seeing that Alan is trying to see where to overtake me, but we are heading into these corners, these technical corners that you cannot go wheel to wheel, or else you'll be losing a lot of seconds. And we're seeing that there was a driver who has stopped. I don't know who was that, and we almost got a snap of oversteer, and we are heading to the last corner, and we're seeing that Alan is getting closer and closer, and he's overtaking me, and that is just unfortunate because we are outside of the points. I couldn't do much fight because I was just about to waste all my ERS. I decided to not fight him a lot. DRS is now enabled, but I don't know, maybe we cannot fight against him because he's way faster than me, but yeah, hope someone spins and we can get back into the points. Then on the very next lap, we're seeing that Alan is trying to overtake Archer, and we are heading into sector 3, and we're seeing that Alan has rear-ended Archer, and that made them slow down and go wide, and that meant that I passed both of them, and now I am in the points once again, and hope we can maintain that position. We're seeing that Lublin has a 3-second time penalty, maybe because he exceeded the track limits. Meanwhile, I'm just doing a little bit careful, because also I need to manage my ERS and my tires, and I unfortunately went wide into the final corner, and Lublin is overtaking us into the main straight. I couldn't do much effort with it, and we're seeing that Lublin has run out of ERS. Yeah, I'm just doing the conservative way, and yeah, I don't know, maybe we won't have DRS. That is just going to be an unfortunate thing for us, and that will be very probable because the gap is now all the way up into 8.8 tenths of a second, although it's still maintained the same in those corners, but now it is a little bit increasing maybe to the second, but well, hope we can maintain the 1 second gap with Lublin and myself. Well, as you can see, unfortunately I couldn't get the 1 second gap with Lublin, and Archer is out of the race, and to make things worse, Untarkid is also out of the race, and I mean to make things worse in terms of our team, because he is my teammate, but personally that's a little bit of a good news for me, because I'm now in 9th place, and that means that I'm going to get 2 points. Maybe it will be 8th place, because Lublin has another 3-second time penalty, and also he is in the gap that the penalty can get demoted all the way down behind me. So that means that we are in 8th place applying the penalties. Hope we can maintain that place. So let's just maintain this pace, this tire management, and let's not throw it off. Meanwhile, on lap 8, we're seeing that we're up into 7th place when the penalties get applied, because Chosen has a 3-second time penalty, and into the last corner we're seeing that he spun, and we are up into physically P8, and he has retired from the race, and now we are 13 runners, and we begin lap 9. Also, we need to be a little bit careful, because as you can see, well, as you could see in the top screen, it said that clean laps were per 3. So what happened before those things, like lap 6, and it is that I just exited the track limits twice in that same lap. That means that I need to be more careful, way more careful to the track limits. If I'm not that careful and I exceed the track limits, I get another warning, and that'll be the third, and as a result I'll get a 3-second time penalty, which means that it'll be that I'll be on a disadvantage. So let's just try to be careful, and we're still in P7 with the penalties applied, because Lublin is less than 6 seconds ahead of me. So let's maintain that gap, but still being conscious that we need to be careful. Later on lap 10, we are seeing that we're up into P7. Well, we're still in P7, and we're seeing that the SRX driver is out of the race, and we are up into P7 on track. P6 with the penalties being applied. Still, we need to be careful. We almost exited the track limits, exiting turn 5. So yeah, we need to pay attention with the white line. But yeah, let's just maintain this 7th place. We are now 12 runners, and into turn 10 we are doing these corners. Ooh, once again we got another close call, and we're seeing that the caster Look Crazy TV has left the session. That's weird. I don't know, maybe he has bugged, and we're seeing that a lot of drivers are retiring from the race. I don't know what's happening. Booster is also out of the race. I don't know what's happening. I decided to just go and see what's happening, and I decided to just watch the Twitch stream, and I just realized that Look Crazy moved to another lobby, and I think this is a red flag, according to the league stewards. League's red flag, I mean that they're moving to another lobby, and they're just restarting the race in that lobby. But the game red flag, it is just another thing. We don't do these things. We don't trigger the game red flags. We just trigger the league red flags. So yeah, let's just move to another lobby, but let's just wait until Look Crazy moves and makes the lobby. Okay, so here we are with the pre-restart strategy. I decided to stick with the default strategy, which is a medium soft, because it was on lap 10, when it got red flag, the restart, the second part of the race is down to the 35% of race distance, so we have 20 laps remaining, and I started to lower the fuel down to 36 kilograms, and well, that'll be it. Hope we can make this strategy work. Well, I decided to just start with mediums. It wasn't to be the confirmed strategy, the medium soft. I don't know, maybe I'll box for hards if the mediums were out very terribly, but now we are about to begin the race restart. The pirate lights have gone on and we are on the way for the restart, and we are technically on like lap 10, maybe on 11, and we're seeing that we are down to P14 and down to P15 and into turn 1, and I decided to just go a little bit safe, but unfortunately I just made contact with another driver, and we're seeing that someone has gone a little bit badly into turn 2. One thing I forgot to mention during the pre-restart strategy is that I started in P13, so I don't know, maybe I don't know, but maybe red flag should be take place in like, I don't know, maybe it wasn't really a red flag, instead it was just a no, I don't know, but the thing is that we started in P13, place we shouldn't be starting. We're up into P12 and we are making a comeback, a great comeback. I don't know, maybe they put the drivers that were ahead of me before they retired in front of me during the race start, maybe, but hope we can make a good comeback and hope we don't exceed the track limits 3 times. Yeah, that's all I have to talk about the first lap, and we're seeing that Tarkit has set the fastest lap. Hope we can have that same competitive pace, although I'm not comparing to Tarkit, who is way faster than me and he has practiced a lot, comparing to me, who I haven't practiced anything. Hope we can get up 2 places, so let's do that comeback. Unfortunately, I don't think I'll maintain that P12 because beginning lap 5, we're seeing that Spartan Chief has very straight line speed, and also he has DRS and he overtook me extremely easily. And also I'm just conserving my medium tires just to complete this stint without having our mediums completely destroyed and gotten in the tire cliff. So yeah, I'm a little bit conservative, and also I'm just managing my ARS because of my experience I have back in the previous league race in Qatar, which was Elite Racing League's Season 9 season opener, and yeah, I wasn't managing my ERS, and I don't know how did I manage to complete the race with fuel, because I did some races, but it was ranked races, not the league races, and I realized that instead of having to manage the ERS only, I have to also manage the fuel, because, oh, you must be joking, I got a track limit warning and another one in just 2 corners. That is just pretty bad thing for me, but I got DRS. That is just fortunate, but still, let's just see if we can re-overtake Spartan Chief. But for now, let's just manage our tires, ERS, and fuel. We are seeing on lap 7 that there are in a train, and into turn 10 we're seeing that someone has gone terribly into that corner. I think someone has rear-ended, and that is an XRX driver having a terrible day. He's got out of the order, and I overtook him, and he's down to P13, and as a result, I'm up into P12. That'll be P11 because a driver has 6 seconds of penalties accumulated, but unfortunately, that driver is the worst example that someone gets penalized and I get up a place, and that is my teammate Riddle. Yeah, that is just a little bit bad because it's my teammate, and that means that he'll be outside of the points because he's in P10, and that'll be a disadvantage in terms of our Constructors Championship, because remember that we are fighting for the Constructors Championship, so I need to contribute the fight as well, so I don't have to disappoint the team. And we're seeing that Bridal has let me pass him, and we are up into P11. I think that he realized that he's lost the race, and he decided to let me pass just in case I get a little bit faster and I can have chances to fight Spartan Chief and we overtake him, but I don't know. Let's just see. Hope he gets his mediums destroyed and I get up into the points. Some drivers have gone into the pits, and in lap 11 Spartan Chief and myself are the only ones in the top 5 that stayed out, that we are yet to pit. And top 5, you might be surprised, and I also got a little bit surprised that I am in P2. Unfortunately, that won't last long. I know that it's obvious that this won't last until the end of the race, because 1, I have to pit, and 2, my tires are very worn out, and the others have boxed and they have new tires, and so that means that they are faster than me and they'll overtake me. And the first one that will overtake me is my teammate Untalkid, who has a 3-second time penalty, and we're seeing that Untalkid is in danger of being overtaken by an SRS driver, and we're seeing that Untalkid is fighting for P3. That'll be maybe for the race lead, because Spartan Chief is leading the race, but remember that he is yet to pit. I started to let Untalkid pass me, and I started to block a little bit the ARS driver, but yeah, I couldn't do a lot of blocking, because yeah, the way I blocked him, I think it was just a little bit suspicious. I started to stay out. Well, in reality, I decided to box in this lap. Yeah, I got confused. I thought I boxed in lap 13, but in reality I just boxed in lap 12. And well, we are boxing for soft tires. We are plus 0.65 laps of fuel, but unfortunately Spartan Chief and I share the same set of garage, so that means that I got double stacked. Spartan Chief boxed, and that means that I lost a little bit of seconds. That is just a little bit of a terrible luck, and we're seeing that we're down into P13, the place where we started, but the difference is that we have new soft tires, and that means that we can make a comeback. Hope we can get up a few places and maybe finish into the points. Well, not maybe, we should finish in the points in order to at least contribute something in the constructors fight for my team. So let's do that thing. And meanwhile, during that comeback, I got DRS and I up into P11, ending lap 14, and I'm trying to overtake Kumar, another PR driver, and into turn 1 I tried to overtake him down the inside, but he couldn't be overtaken completely by myself, and I almost spun because I didn't give him a space. No, I couldn't be done just turbo, and I just pressed the restart to track button. And wait a second, that could be illegal, right? I don't know. I haven't checked the rulebook. I don't know, but yeah, I'm a little bit scared that that was illegal. Oh no, but the thing is that we dropped down to P12. That is not a good thing for us. But still, I have to come back and get at least into 10th place. Yeah, that's the thing we are about to do. But I don't know, maybe we can get lower places because I pressed the back to track button. I don't know, they'll give me a 5-second time penalty. I don't know, maybe 10 or maybe disqualify from the race. I don't know, but the thing is that it might be illegal and I can be into troubles and I might disappoint the team. I don't know, but let's just move on and let's not think a lot about the reset track button controversy. And then into lap 18 we're seeing that one driver has an 8-second time penalties accumulated, and unfortunately I just locked my rear brakes into turn 10, and that means that the gap between the one that has 8 seconds of penalties accumulated and myself has gone from 5 seconds all the way up into almost 7 seconds. So we need to maintain the 8-second gap in order to have hopes of finishing P10. Lublin has a 3-second time penalty, and that means that unfortunately I cannot catch him and get into the 3-second gap with him. And Chosen has been overtaken by that SRX driver, so that means that I don't know how it's going to be the gap between himself and myself at the end of the race, and hope it is less than 8 seconds, and well, hope it is the case, but well, let's just maintain our pace or maybe get way faster if we can. And then into the final lap of the race, I went wide exiting turn 10, and I don't know how it is the gap between the one who is in P8 that has 8 seconds of penalties accumulated and myself. I don't know, and hope it is 8 seconds and less. And unfortunately I just ran wide into the penultimate corner. I'm just getting a little bit stressed, and we're seeing that Chosen has another 3-second time penalty, and unfortunately that when it got we're seeing that we're crossing the line, and we are seeing that yes, we got P10, 1 point, but that was very close. 3 thousandths of a second between Kuritsu and myself. 3 thousandths. That is just the closest gap I have ever seen between one driver and another in my entire life. Not even in real F1 you can see this. I just skipped the podium ceremony, and here is the race results. PG wins the race from 5th place, Untakit finishes 2nd, Ronin in 3rd, Venenom in 4th, and well, we're seeing that Esteban got disqualified from the race. That is just unfortunate. Alan finishes 5th, Spartachin in 6th, Sento in 7th, Lublin in 8th, Chosen in 9th, and we finish 10th place. Kutsu finishes P11, although he finished on track like P8, but his 8-second time penalty prevented him, and instead he finished just 3 thousandths of a second behind. Another thing I could notice is that when I just saw the grid position they started, I think in reality the race restart, in reality it was the positions were random. I think they forgot to set the positions, but I don't know, but yeah. In terms of the back to track controversy, my team got angry with me, and yeah, I was just a little bit disappointed that I just disappointed the team, and I felt a little bit bad about it, but hope I have another chance and I can make a redemption. Hope you guys enjoyed my America's Racing League debut, although it wasn't that very good for me. After that warning they gave me about the back to track, I don't know, maybe they got me a penalty, I don't know, but at least I got 1 point, so that was just a win for me at least. So have a nice day, and see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.